So as you probably know, there was a new Roblox event called The Classic, and today we're going to talk about it. What was good? What was bad? And what I think should change for future Roblox events in general. Also, later in the video, we're going to do a tier list where we rank the games that participated in the event. But enough rambling, let's get into the video. So first off, let's talk about the event in general. As you may know, the event lasted only 5 days. Only 5 days! Meaning if you wanted to 100% the event, you would have to forget about touching grass in real life. But wait, you probably ask, why forget about grass? There were only 15 games this time in comparison to the Hunt, which had 100 games. Well, some games took literally so long and were insanely grindy that it would literally take you 4 hours to get everything in them to 100% the event. Then there were people who had exams in school or were simply busy and couldn't play Roblox those days. When you think of it that way, 5 days is actually not enough for an event like the Classic. So next time Roblox, please give us more time to finish events. 5 days is just ridiculous, bro. Next, let's talk about the prizes you could get. I honestly really liked the prizes this time, and thankfully, the paid items weren't overpriced like in the Hunt, except for that sword. It was literally way too expensive. In terms of free prizes, my only complaint is the number of them you could obtain. So next time Roblox, please give us a bit more prizes so that people are actually motivated to play the event. Now let's talk about the games. I still can't get over how a game like Toilet Tower Defense that was actually created a year ago participated in an event called The Classic instead of an actual classic game like Work at a Pizza Place or Natural Disaster Survival. Heck, there wasn't even a single classic game in this event. I'm not sure if you can call the event classic at this point. And because of this, a lot of people got disappointed because everyone thought there were going to be actual Roblox classics, but Roblox was like, nah, let's have Toilet Tower Defense in this event. But let's look at the positive side of things for a moment. The Classic did one thing right about the games, and that is the amount of them. As you probably remember, the Hunt had 100 games, and to get all the prizes, you had to complete at least 95 of them, which is absolutely insane. This time, the Classic had only 15 games, and if you wanted to get all prizes, you didn't have to complete all of them. Now it's time for the tier list, where we are going to rank every game in the Classic, at least the ones I played, including the Classic lobby. Speaking of the Classic lobby, it's an easy S tier. This was the greatest part of the entire event in my opinion. It was a huge step up from that boring The Hunt lobby and was really well made. It had fun quests, Easter eggs, classic sounds, cool items like the rocket launcher, and they even brought back the classic Roblox cursor. It was simply perfect, and I hope Roblox keeps making lobbies like this for future events. Next we got Arsenal. I actually really enjoyed the quest in this game. It had a cool little storyline and was very well made. It had an actual classic theme, unlike some games that we're going to mention later in the video. Probably took me around 1 hour to get everything in this game. So props to the developers that actually put some effort into this. Easy S tier. Restaurant Tycoon 2. I absolutely hate this game. Want to know why? Well, you had to feed 150 classic customers that occasionally would visit your restaurant. It's easy, but so boring and so repetitive that I literally almost fell asleep. It took me like legit 5 hours. So that's why it's a straight F tier. Next up, we got Clip It. Clip It is essentially TikTok, but on Roblox. And what you had to do is find these classic Roblox characters hidden around the maps and you had to record a video with them. It took me like 30 minutes probably. I honestly think it was pretty good, so I'm putting it in A tier. Moving on, we got A Dusty Trip. Same as Arsenal, this had an actual classic theme. It was one of the rare moments in this event that I actually had fun in. There even was a boss fight at the end, which was pretty cool. I had some glitches that made me reset a couple of times and lag during the boss fight, but still, I'm giving it an S tier, since it had a classic theme and was actually fun. Gunfight Arena. The only thing you had to do here is collect a few ticks and kill a certain amount of enemies with classic Roblox weapons. It was really easy since the opponents were literal bots. I probably completed this game in 30 minutes. The game had classic maps, but because you were playing against bots, literally everyone was spawn camping them, and because of that it kind of felt boring and didn't have a challenge to it, so that's why I'm putting it in A tier. Then we got Adopt Me. This was pure torture. Why, you may ask? Well, to complete the quest, they give you a so-called classic teapot, which you had to age up. To do that, you had to wait 5 minutes to get a new chore, like showering your pet, and after you did that, you had to wait another 5 minutes for a new chore, and then repeat that for like 30 times. It took me like 3 hours of pure boredom, so that's why this game is an instant F tier, okay? Bed Wars. In this game, you had to fend off your bed from 10 waves of evil penguins, but there was one problem. The penguins were way too overpowered. It was so insanely hard that I didn't even try after seeing how difficult it would be. So that's why I'm putting it in F tier. Next up is Toilet Tower Defense. Tower defense games aren't really my type of game, so that's why I kinda got bored here. It had a classic map, which was Crossroads, but still, why is a skibidi toilet game in a classic Roblox event? So that's why it's a D tier for me. Dress to Impress. So basically, what you had to do is collect all 10 ticks hidden across the game, and after doing that, you would unlock a portal, which will lead to a obby. The obby wasn't that difficult, and I actually enjoyed it. I'm giving it an A tier. Blade Ball. This game is the literal definition of pain. Firstly, to get all the ticks, you had to find them on randomly appearing maps, and sometimes people simply didn't vote for the maps, which was super annoying. Secondly, to get all the tokens, you had to do tasks that took so long to finish and were impossible to do because of sweats. The only good thing about this is probably the boss fight, but still, why do I have to do it so many times to get all the tokens? I probably spent over 3 hours in Blade Ball and still didn't get every token, so that's why I'm giving it an F tier. It was boring and super frustrating. Next we got Liftopia. This game was one of the most boring games in the entire event. It didn't even have a classic theme in my opinion. Essentially, what you had to do in this game was spawn in a supermarket, collect a list of items, and deliver them to the person who ordered them. But guess what? You had to do this not 3 times, not 5 times, heck, not even 10 times. You had to do this 15 times. Honestly, this quest felt very lazy, and that's why I'm putting it in F tier. Last but not least, we got Driving Empire. This game wasn't that bad at first glance. It had a classic theme and classic Roblox characters. To progress, you had to race against Builderman, which is cool and all, but you had to race him like 30 times. If that's not repetitive, I don't know what it is. And you know what makes it even worse, like a million times worse? They sell you a pay-to-win game pass to progress 2 times faster. This makes me so angry, so that's why I'm putting it in F tier. And that's every game that I played in this event ranked in a tier list. I can't rate all the games because I haven't played all of them. It simply wouldn't be fair to rate something I haven't experienced. With all the games ranked, let's talk about the ending of the classic event, aka the final boss fight. I'm sure that the final boss battle of the classic event was very disappointing for everyone. We were all waiting for that ticks machine to fill up, and after it did, we got just a short battle with 1x1x1x1. Everyone thought we were gonna get a special item or even at least a badge, but what we got is some end credits and literally nothing else. So next time, Roblox needs to have a reward for beating a final boss, because this left people just disappointed. Overall, the classic was better than the hunt. Literally everyone was hyped for this event, but it still left a lot of people disappointed because there were no actual classic games in the event and it felt more like a chore. Also, the event lasted only 5 days and there was no final boss battle prize. But I still think that Roblox is moving in the right direction because they went from fully corporate mode and not doing any events at all to trying to make at least some events. Everything we can do now is give our feedback and see what Roblox will do for the next event. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and see you in the next one.